Hi guys, welcome back to another video from me, Miss Emma D. So this is going to be another skin update. So I know I've got a lot of subscribers that follow me for my journey with TSW. So if you don't know what that is, that's topical steroid withdrawal, and it's not recognised much in the medical profession, and that is simply because, in my opinion, they know that they've caused this with the steroid creams that they've give, and they can't say that it's that, because then they could be either sued or liable or something. I'm sure they'd get out of it some way, but that's why I don't think they accept it. So just 2 minutes of going back over what happened. I've been taking steroid cream for 20 years on and off. It has dwindled, like obviously over them 20 years it has dwindled off to the point where I just got fed up because it wasn't working. And then when I fully came off it, my whole body just went into some kind of some like allergic shock or something or other, that I felt so poorly I had to go to A&E, and after waiting in A&E they gave me more steroids, which were oral form, for 5 days, and told me it was eczema. So when that was when it first started, so I knew it wasn't eczema. So I let it carry on to see what had happened. I took the oral steroids, which did absolutely nothing at all. I then went back to my doctors because they said if they don't work, come back to us. I'd also had a blood test which showed a severe allergic reaction. That's why I was the way I was, feeling so ill. Couldn't tell me what it was because that needs to be investigated more. I went back to my doctor's just after Christmas, I think it was. She gave me 2 more tubes of steroid cream, which I just chucked in the bin because I just thought, you go to these appointments and you don't want to spill your heart out, but you do, because that's the only way you can explain how you feel. You have to rush along with the appointment. You don't get all the details you want to out. They're not writing anything down, they're just sitting there. I asked the nurse then, have you heard of topical steroid withdrawal? They said the same thing as what the derm said today, which I'm going to go into, but she basically said, she never actually admitted that it was, she just said you can have allergic reactions or you can have withdrawal from certain medications. That's all she said, and then she changed the subject. So I've still not had anyone. I think I've seen maybe 4 or 5 different medical professionals, and they've still, none of them admitted what it is. And then after that, my skin just went mental, my health declined. I spent 2 months basically in bed because I couldn't move, because my skin was ripping off, tearing, cuts everywhere. I was so scared in case it got infected, in case it turned into sepsis or something like that, which you have to be careful of. So since then, we're on month 9 now. Since then it has got better. As you can see, my face is still very, very sore. Hands are a bit sore, and wrists, and the inside of my elbows. Everywhere else is fantastic. All the redness is gone. I had 2 full sleeves of redness. They've completely gone. Still sore on the inside of the arm, but I'm getting there. It's improving every week. Legs, perfect, fine. I lost all my hair at the front. If you can see, I can see on the camera now, there's a little bald patch there. Basically I went bald from there all the way round, and that is just beginning to grow back now. I lost my eyebrows, they've grown back. I lost nearly 2 stone. Well, I have lost 2 stone, I haven't put it back on. So I've lost, well, it was coming up to 2 stone in 6 months from doing nothing, from basically just being poorly with this skin condition. So it isn't eczema. if you're out there and they're telling you it's eczema and all this stuff's happened to you, it isn't eczema. Would eczema make you lose 2 stone in 6 months by not even trying? Would eczema affect how you regulate your heat? So 1 minute I'd be shaking, freezing, as if you've got like something, you're coming down with something. And then next minute roasting hot and sweating, dripping with sweat. Or what was the other thing? Do you know what I mean? That's not what eczema is. It's just a term they use way too much, and yeah, so that's where we're at now. So I got my dermatologist appointment at last. I've been on the waiting list for 9 months, went today. That's why I wanted to do this, because I want to try and get it down so I can remember, because I've been going over my past videos and it's good for the dates and everything, because I don't write anything down. So yeah, went today, saw 2 I'm assuming they're both dermatologists. One was writing notes, one was speaking to me. Again, you can't put across in a 5-minute appointment the actual pain and suffering that you've been through. You just can't. You're trying to rush information out. That's not how it should be. It's such a messed up medical situation. And I'm not just on about my skin and my problems, just the whole entire system is just broken, because we are given these medicines, we are given these injections, we are given these creams, and then it causes further problems, and then you try and tell the people that gave you this stuff the problem, and you're basically gaslighted. You're gaslighted. You mean it's in your head. It's just eczema. Oh right, okay. What? Explain the 2 stone weight loss then. That's not eczema. So I went in and tried to tell him everything in less than 5 minutes. How long I'd been on the steroids, that they stopped working, what aggravates it, what doesn't aggravate it. I basically said from the start, I do not want any more steroids. I think when you go into these medical professions, they are very forceful. They are very, I know better than you. They don't know better than us. There's thousands and thousands of people on the TSW group that I'm on. We are not medical professionals, and we're discussing amongst each other how to help each other, how to stop this. There's people on there that are suicidal. And the only people that can help them are people who've been through it. And none of them have got a medical certificate, and you just think, well, how come you can help me more than what these doctors, dermatologists, nurses are doing? So yes, I went in there, and you have to be, I mean, this is your body, your skin, your health, your journey. You have to tell them what you want, not the other way round, because you know more about it. They're not the ones going through it. So you have to be confident and you have to be forceful. So I said, I do not want any more steroids. I don't want oral steroids. I don't want cream. I asked him if he'd heard of TSW, told him what it stood for. He said he'd never heard of it. It often makes me wonder where these medical professionals get their information from, because I know that the job I've been in, I've worked with kids. I've done various jobs. I've worked with kids. I've owned my own nail company doing nails. When you do a job, are you not interested in that job? Are you not interested in furthering your education? Are you not interested in learning more, or learning about alternatives, or learning, do you know what I mean? When he goes home at night, does he not think to himself, oh, I wonder what topical steroid withdrawal is, I'll look it up, I'll look to see how many people have been through it, I'll look to see what they're doing so I can pass the information on to my patients. I don't understand why you'd be in a job that you then don't pursue outside of work, as in research and different things. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, but I'm interested in the body. I'm interested how I can keep myself healthy. When I work with kids, I was interested in the psychology of children. I was interested how children's minds work. I didn't just do the training and then that's the end of it. I am constantly interested in my job. When I was a nail technician, I'm interested in different techniques, different materials, what you can use on the nails, different things like that. I don't understand how these professionals can just go home and just, that's it, that's the end of it. So they're basically told this stuff, which is mainly government run information, which we all know about how trustworthy that information is. And then that's the end of it, and that's the end of their training, done and dusted. Well, there's things happening all the time. These things that people are getting all the time from their lifestyle or from medication. The world is going so fast, and new stuff's coming out all the time, so they are way behind with their training. So he hadn't heard of TSW. He again basically said, if you've been on medication for 20 years, it can cause effects. That's all he said. And again, went on to the next subject. Well, whether I've been on it 20 years or not, I know people that have taken the cream once or taken oral steroids once, and that has put them in 5 years of withdrawal to get it out your system, because these are strong medications. I just want to put these videos out because there's people getting given this for babies. These people are giving these professionals. They're not professionals at all, else they wouldn't give all this crap to us, to little babies, to put these chemicals on their skin. And it's not just on their skin, it is getting absorbed into their liver, kidneys, everything. It's very dangerous. So he then went on to basically ask me, what do you want to do then? And I said, well, I want to know if I'm allergic to anything, because I had an allergic reaction to something and I want to know what it is, because I think it started all this off. Whether I had an allergic reaction to the creams, or I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not the one with the answers, which really annoyed me, because he was asking me, what are you allergic to? I said to him, I don't know what I'm allergic to, that's why I'm asking you. He said, well, what is it that you eat that you feel that it's giving you a reaction? So I said, well, bread, too much bread. He wrote that down, gluten. Have you tried going gluten-free? Yes, I have tried going gluten-free. Again, where's the support in cutting things out of your diet? It's like when you go to the doctors if you've got high blood pressure or something like that. Where's the support in changing my lifestyle? Yes, I know we've all got a responsibility, but some people haven't got the strength to change their lifestyle. Some people haven't got the strength to change their diet. It's very difficult. So as much as, yes, I have tried gluten-free, I think I've tried it for a couple of months. And then on the other hand, I've ate bread and I've been fine, and I haven't been itchy and I haven't been red. So I don't know. So I said to him, bread, dairy, them are the main ones. I know when I've had a lot of dairy, that can make me itchy or what have you. He was naming things off, eggs. I said, can you not just do every allergy? Can you not just do, obviously not everything, but can you not just do all the main foods? Because basically he wrote down gluten, dairy, eggs, pollen, dust, like pet hair. I'm assuming they're going to test just for them, which is a pain really, because I just want to be tested for all foods. I mean, I think you can do tests of 150 plus foods. Some of them can even do 900 like things, which is not just foods, it's all different kinds of things. But he just wrote down then, so whether they'll give me it for them. Oh, I think they wrote down fruits as well, because I mentioned avocado and tomatoes as well. If I get them, like if my lips touch them, my lips will swell up. But again, if it's something directly, like if my tongue or my lips are swelling up, I won't eat it obviously. But if it's on my body, if I eat gluten and it's on my body, do you know what, I'd rather just have the bread, because I'm not going to live my life not enjoying like my food and stuff like that. So we wrote down all them. So he said, we'll give you a blood test, because I made sure it was a blood test, because I know that they can send you for these patch tests, which I think they test about 8 things on the patch tests. So they're going to do one for my blood, like allergy test through the blood, and then a patch test as well. So I was happy about that. I said, thank you very much, that is mainly what I wanted. And then he mentioned, have I tried light therapy? Now, I have tried light therapy. I tried it, was it last year? I think it was last year, and it was really good. It was brilliant, but it was £70 plus a month. And that was really only for the first couple of months while I was trying it, because it was like a trial thing. And then after that it'd go up and you'd have to pay per session. So I said to him, I did do it, but obviously cost wise I wouldn't want to spend that every month. I have got a light at home which is absolutely amazing. I'm going to put the link in the description box, because I didn't really see anything happening until I started to use that light on a continued basis. That's the thing with this condition, you do have to be consistent. If you're consistent, most of the time your skin will be consistent. It is still up and down, but you will get there in the end. Whether I've got to go on a waiting list for that, I don't know, but because they did say that I had to go on a waiting list for the patch test. Bloods would be fine. I've been to my doctors straight after and gave them the information, and they're going to call me with an appointment, because it is a fasting blood test, and I've got to go. It's not my normal doctors I've got to go to, so I've got to go a different one in a different area. So that should come pretty soon, the bloods. And then she said the patch test was a very long waiting list. So what a very long waiting list is in this country. Who knows? It could be 2 years, could be 6 months, who knows? How long's a piece of string? That's the NHS in this country, so I've just got to wait for that. And I'm assuming I'm going to get some light therapy in the meantime. She didn't mention anything of a wait list of that, so hopefully I'll get a letter through saying go to this place at this time. Maybe it's up the, I'm assuming it's up the hospital. So at least that was something. So patch test, blood test and light therapy. So that is more than what I wanted, because I never even thought about light therapy. I thought, just give me the allergy test, I'll sort all this out on myself, on my own, sorry, with the help of these amazing, amazing people in the group I'm on, who are struggling every day, and they are coming on, they're posting updates, they are posting pictures of their skin, they are posting what they're doing, and advice. These people on there that are coming with little kids, little babies, and it's so terrible. I always try to answer as much as I can, but again, sometimes when I'm looking at the pictures, it's very hard to look at them. A lot of people have got PTSD from this, because you look at the photos and you're just right back there of the worst time ever that you felt. So it's difficult. If I can help anyone, I will. My suggestion to you, obviously in the first few months you can't really do anything, but what I would say is try to keep yourself busy through the day. Try and get up and potter about the house and do stuff around the house. I mean, I've decorated, I've done all sorts. I've cleaned my cupboards out. I've done everything I could to keep myself busy. And now that I have gone past that stage, the first stage, I feel so much better in my body. So I've been on 2 holidays. One was abroad, and I was so scared to go. Not because of how I looked, just I didn't want to feel uncomfortable. I didn't know if it was going to flare on the plane. I didn't know if it was going to flare in the other country. But it was absolutely brilliant. I took my salts with me, my Dead Sea salts. I had baths every day. I bandaged myself up to make sure that there was no infection. And I had an amazing time. And I'm so glad I went now. My skin actually improved. The sun was amazing on my skin. It improved so much. It literally healed all the cuts and everything. And as soon as I came back to England, I'm not even kidding you, the 2nd to 3rd day I was back in England, it started again. It just went back to cutting open, scabs, everything. Told the dermatologist this, and his advice was move abroad. So I thought, right, okay. Let me just win the lottery and whatnot and get a job abroad and all that. I thought, yeah, I'd love to move abroad. I've always loved hot weather, but it's not as easy as move abroad for your skin, even though you're a family of 6. So it's not just me and the family. But that is one thing I'd love to do, of course I would. So that was his advice. So that's where we are now. I am going to keep you updated. I am in hope, and I do believe that this will all disappear. My hair will grow back lovely and thick. My face will be all clear, my neck, and the reason I believe that is because I am where I am today, and it's improving all the time. It's improved from 6 months ago, from 3 months, from a month ago. Just a month ago, my neck was still ripping open everywhere I moved it. Now, even though it is very tight, it's not ripping open. It feels lovely. All the dry skin has gone. It feels brilliant, and I can now look at starting my driving lessons again, because I can move my neck from side to side. It wouldn't have been very good, would it, if I was trying to drive and I'm trying to look that way and I'm just ripping open. So yeah, so it does put a stop to your life. I don't care what people say. It stops you from doing certain things, but what I will say is try and do what you can do. Don't focus on what you can't do, because you will eventually be able to do it. I truly, truly believe that. So thank you again, guys. That is my dermatologist update. Leave a nice comment. I will do another update video when my skin's better, or when I hear about this allergy test. So I just want to put all the information out there, not just for me but for other people, because it does really help them. They really appreciate it. So I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and I will be praying for you to get better. You will get better.